XQC and Adept's relationship has been live streamed from the very beginning.
The quality must be terrible. Can you check it?
Why are you guys saying find Kappa?
Her, really?
It's not Kappa at all.
Is she famous or something? I'm just saying, like, I think he could do better than that, no? I think he could do way better than that. Maybe that's just me, but the moment XQC found out he won the court case against Adept's banned on Twitch, caught live, XQC. Like, I'm not calling her ugly, but he could do better than this, right?
See, the reason why I kept playing this song earlier, because
She definitely, I mean, if she just needs to go in the gym maybe or something, I don't know. Not attacking her intrinsic attributes. It's not intrinsic to be a little bit chubby, a little bit of a chubster, overweight.
Jesus Christ, man. I look, bro, brother, chat. I look at the bottom, I see an arm, dude. Want to mute?
This is where he found out he won. Does he unmute?
I found in the video, and I'll come back. Because I don't have to go take a phone call. I kind want you. It's good.
So how do we know he won though from this? I like how he says it's good though.
It's good though.
That's it. Imagine trying to win a court case against the Langyale Dynasty, Nick GigaChad III literally carrying the case. Please X move on with life. Once and also just want to use it for money. I mean, he obviously is trying to move on if they had a court case and he won, right? Obviously he did win in that way.
Fine.
XQC's transformation from an upstart Overwatch pro player with 100 viewers on Twitch to a titan of the streaming industry, signing a $100 million deal is a story for the ages. But it's overshadowed by a story of trust and love that turned into a high-stakes game of lies, deceit.
Why do I look kind of fat? Does anyone notice I look kind of fat right now? What's going on? Why do I look kind of like a chonkster right now? I'm not, okay? I'm not a chonkster. I'm not, okay? I'm not fat. I'm not. It's just my face. My face just has the fat. I just have an obese face. I promise. Okay, I'm not fat. It is for the winter. We're storing it for the winter.
And betrayal.
you are not a victim here. You have never been a victim here. I'm done speaking with you.
I'm done
You
as
are
well.
not.
Things were bad, privately, publicly, career-wise, and I just didn't know what to do. And a lot of evil was shown, and a lot of terrible things were said and done. I sat there, and I was asked that question multiple times. Do you want peace, or do you want justice? And over again, I answered, I want peace. Now, where I'm at, I was asked, do you want peace or justice? I said, I want justice. I want justice now.
It's December of 2017. The setting is the Blizzard Arena in Burbank, California. The air is filled with the buzz of excited anticipation and gamer body odor as the arena is full of Overwatch players.
So this is back when, because I know XQC was like kind of an Overwatch pro for a bit, and then I think he got kicked from his team, and then he just either got kicked or he left intentionally. He was like a full-time just like variety streamer, because I was under the impression that the pro stuff was very short-lived, and the thing that he really was known for was the streaming. I mean, I was never like an Overwatch head, so I wasn't even into him when he was doing that kind of stuff. I mean, I've never really been a big XQC fan, but the time that I feel like I really started to hear about him was like 4 years ago, when he really started blowing up off of like variety stuff on Twitch, and he was like one of the most subbed to guys on the entire site. He was kicked for raging. Oh, really? Is it real?
But they're not here for some casual games of Overwatch, no. They're wearing fancy jerseys with cities' names on them. Names like Dallas Fuel, Houston Outlaws, and Seoul Dynasty. These players are here today to play preseason exhibition matches for the brand new Overwatch League. See, Blizzard wants to try to legitimize esports by building teams that are tied to individual cities, just like the NFL. And Blizzard CEO Bobby Kotick believes that he could make NFL and NBA-sized money if he just copies their business model a little bit and then sprinkles some gamer dust on top. It's probably just Doritos nacho cheese flavor. And to his credit, 12 teams have already signed up for the first season, each agreeing to pay Blizzard a $20 million franchise fee for a total of $240 million.
I didn't even realize there was that much money. I didn't think the esports teams were getting 20 mil. Did they recoup that in any way from these events? I feel no way. Professional esports players' earnings average $1,000 to $5,000 per month. Multiple factors affect the monthly salaries of esports gamers: skills, social following, and reputation, to name a few. Of course, earnings vary from team to team and player player to player. So why this 20 million amount? I mean, I guess obviously this is not necessarily directly related, but top 100 highest overall earnings. Okay. Johan Sundstein, 7 million in one. Oh, this is just in one game. He got paid 7 mil. Anna Collapse, Mira, Ludwig Wahlberg. Isn't that like the, oh no, this isn't the Ludwig though, is it? This isn't Ludwig, like the streamer guy, right? Because his last name I think is Agrin, unless that's a fake name. Damn. Get good at video games, I guess. Just sink all your time into video games on the off chance that you actually get good enough to play like these guys. Because I mean, even on the low end, 2 mil for one CSGO game, 2 mil for Dota. Why is it all, it's literally all Dota. People even care about Dota? Arena of Valor, Black Ops Cold War, League of Legends. So much Dota though. Why is there so much Dota esports is a big question I have. PPD on the current state of Dota esports. What makes the Dota 2 international special so? Because when I look at Dota, when I look at like Dota gameplay, it's just like, who cares? Yeah, like this is what Dota looks like, right? It's just League of Legends. It looks so unengaging to me. If I was watching esports, I feel like I'd want to watch FPS because it's so dynamic visually. This is just like Dungeons and Dragons, little goblins and ghouls and stuff running around. I don't understand why this is entertaining. Is anyone in chat like an esports fan? Can you guys tell me if like why this is good? Can someone tell me why this is good at all? Tom's a nerd, dude. I guess so. Well, yeah, I'm just not a nerd. Didn't Lethal Company outsell COD? Did it? I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. Cost $10 and it's outselling Call of Duty on Steam. I mean, I'm not really surprised by that. I like when these indie games just upset everything. You know, like when FNAF did it or Undertale did it. I like when these indie games really blow up and make more money than all the AAA studios because it shows you don't need hundreds and hundreds of employees to make a good game. Sometimes a simple game is the best thing, and Lethal Company is a relatively simple game.
$1 million. That's a lot of loot boxes.
They opened my boxes!
Just 1 month before, Felix had won the 2017 Overwatch World Cup.
Okay, big question though for XQC before we go any further. Why can he still not speak English? I know it's a second language, but I feel like he should be able to speak English at this point. It's his job. He is an English streamer. He should be able to speak English.
23andMe and stuff like that.
No, yeah. I'm a heavy that bag. I seen some of these documentaries. I ain't building none of that. Hey, the game government and no getting no one in the sample. No, give my 3D.
I have no idea what the fuck you're saying right now.
There's no way he even tried to speak English there.
I'm sorry.
He did this to get clipped. He did that to get clipped. I like how he's absolutely serious. If XQC tried to speak while having a stroke, nobody would know he's having a stroke. He was talking about how horrible his past was, talking about how he was abandoned as a child and never felt the love from his parents. He also mentioned his brother that sadly passed. His brother was fatally shot 4 times in the head trying to protect Speed from these masked men that were attacking Speed. He explained what happened that day. It was a normal day. He was in good mood but had a suspicious feeling. The feeling gave chills through Speed's neck. He felt like he was being followed on his midday walk, but he thought nothing of it. He thought he heard footsteps from a group behind him, but as he turned around, no one was there. He continued to walk, walking slightly faster due to the fear and anxiety he had from that moment. He calmed down, but whenever he stopped to breathe, a group of men rushed to him. They were wearing ski masks. They weren't looking for someone who stole or hurt them in any way. They were looking for someone to kill. Speed looked up and saw a big guy. Why is this all about Speed instead of XQC? A tall guy dressed in black. He proceeded to smack Speed upside the head with a pistol. They began to stomp on Speed. Speed's older brother got worried Speed was taking so long, so he went to look for him. He heard the yells of his younger brother being jumped. He saw it and ran toward the masked men. Great run-on sentence, by the way. 0 punctuation whatsoever. He threw himself on the big guy, taking him down, pounding his face into the ground while another guy ripped Speed's brother off of the big guy and began to stomp his face. Speed's brother threw himself on the big guy. Oh, I read that. Speed's brother managed to dodge the blows to the face and found a small but large enough rock to hurt someone with. He smacked the dude with it, but before he could do anything else, the big guy was already up, pointing his pistol directly at Speed's brother's face. He began to shoot. Speed screamed as loud as possible, watching his brother's deformed face and lifeless body sink to the ground. The men started running before any could show up to the scene. They were never found. But Speed's always on the look for men who killed his brother in front of his eyes. It's a dark story. I like iShow Speed. I like when he yells. I don't even know anything about him. I just like when he screams like this. This is what I'm going to start doing on stream to really get big. Tell Sneeko you love him. I love you, Sneeko. I love him so much.
Good game.
Literally the only appropriate response to losing a game, by the way. Next time I lose in Fortnite, instead of saying a gamerism, I'll just drop a real quick. I'll do that. I'll just do that.
MVP award.
Imagine this is your child. Proud son, proud father. I showed Speed's son or XQC daughter.
Competing for his home country of Canada. Now, he's been added as a last-minute addition to fill the final spot on the Dallas Fuel. The Overwatch League is reportedly paying the players a league minimum of $50,000, so they don't have to stream and focus on playing at a professional level.
You serious?
And so, to supplement his income and just because he loved doing it, Felix had been streaming Overwatch on Twitch.
Bang, bang, bang! I'm on open mic again! Fuck!
At the beginning of 2017, he was averaging 150 to 300 viewers. But by the end of the year, he was pulling in well over 5,000 viewers on a regular basis.
One year?
It was because of this fast growth in popularity.
For 1 year, that's insane growth. I don't know if you guys understand. Some people will stream for 3 years straight getting like 10 viewers. The only reason why I have like, 800, 700 viewers right now, 760. The only reason I have that right now is because I have like a pre-established audience. So I get kind of an immediate boost. But for most people, it takes like years and years of like streaming on end, especially if you're not clipping it properly, like a lot of these guys don't. Years and years of streaming on end to get anywhere. And then eventually when you really take off, you really actually take off in a big way. But it takes a long time. Like streaming is such a grind. If you look at the hours that most of the biggest streamers do to get big, it's like 8 to 11 hour streams 7 days a week. Like every single day without fail, they're streaming. There's no life outside of it. And when they're not on stream, they're tweeting about stream, they're posting about stream, they're not spending time, touching grass or whatever. And that's the way to get big when you're streaming. Like people will email me asking like, how do I get big on streaming? Most of the time I don't respond because I don't really know. I'm not a streamer. And also because like, I just don't, like, what am I supposed to say? Like, just try really hard. Like, I don't know what advice I can really give you, but definitely just be completely obsessed with it and throw away your entire life for 3 years and make no money if you want to stream. And then maybe if you're lucky, you'll actually get big doing it. But you shouldn't go into it thinking you're going to actually succeed in literally any minor or major way at all. If you get like 100 people live, like you're going to be like, you're already in the 1%. I feel like XQC was the right person at the right place at the right time and managed to not fuck it up. I mean, part of it's that, but it's not all just luck with these streamers. I mean, there is something about him, whether it's his stuttering or his yelling or his personality, there is something about it people really like, You can't chalk everything up to luck. Nothing is all right time, right place. And if it is right time, right place, then they usually end up falling off. Like with you guys know Myth. This guy was truly right time, right place. I mean, he blew up off of, he blew up off of Fortnite, and now, I mean, literally nobody watches him. Almost 5 million subscribers. He's averaging, 14K views? And a video with Pokimane, Sykkuno, and Lily Pichu, 3 extremely famous people, and like just nobody's watching this.
Is Loot Lake spawning into the map? Wait, that is things I want to shoot. You know what I mean?
And you watch his videos, and I mean, he's got a relatively boring personality. So you realize the reason he was big in the first place is because he was just really good at Fortnite at the right time. And then when that kind of went away, he just completely lost his audience.
That he was recognized by someone in the stands that day, a woman named Sammy. Sammy also played Overwatch competitively and had been dabbling in content creation, going by the name Adept online. Hey, I know you. Aren't you XQC?
Oh, wait, you're wondering who is actually the most decorated worldwide gamer, international stage winner, T-Mobile MVP?
Got this little Vince Vintage type edit. That's a good addition, Jabroni.
What's up? That's me, man.
Wow, that's amazing. Good luck. XQC had a job in the Overwatch League because he played at a professional level, but he had a growing following.
Okay, but for that part with her, you could have at least gotten a little bit of like a girl voice or something. Girl voice changer. Girl text to speech. Let's see here. Oh, we got a cute girl text to speech here. Here we go.
Turkey Tom, I love your big.
There you guys go. Come on, easy money. Just screen record. You don't even got to pay.
International stage winner, T-Mobile MVP, Juicer, Warlord, most handsome. What's up? That's me, man.
Wow, that's amazing. Good luck. XQC had a job in the Overwatch League because he played at a professional level, but he had a growing following on Twitch because of just how unprofessional he could be.
We're doing a little coke real quick. That's good.
Felix was temporarily banned from Overwatch just a few weeks later for throwing games, but a lot of Felix's fans said he was a victim of match throwing himself. Stream snipers consistently joined XQC's team and did everything they could to lose the match just to get a reaction out of him. Trolling XQC became a common theme amongst his audience, with half of them there to cheer on their favorite Overwatch player and esports athlete, and the other half trying to make him so mad that he would fart and smash his desk again.
What?
Just a few weeks after meeting Sammy for the first time, Felix would see her again at a New Year's Eve party in Los Angeles.
Is it even an issue though if you have mad stream snipers? I mean, obviously some of them kind of annoy you or bring up personal drama, but for the most part, like it's a pretty good thing because at least there's good content. And the meta with streaming now, especially on sites like Kick, is like just be as degenerate as you possibly can, be as annoying as you possibly can. I mean, that's why these guys like Jack Doherty blow up so much. Or Neon's a good example. Obviously, John Zerker's a good example. I mean, for these guys, like the way that they blow up is, I mean, there's money involved, obviously, and there's like OnlyFans stuff. Buying my new girlfriend a new car. Why does she look 50 years old in this thumbnail?
Today I have a huge video plan. I'm gonna. I like when you go to me. Perfect.
It's the first time you came without security and I had
Wait.
security.
Like that is weird. There's no way you're mad. I just spent $5,000 on this. You're mad. There's no way this is real.
I guess she doesn't look 50 years old on video.
This is what happens when OnlyFans gets to your head. I swear.
No, it's not.
Why is she just dressed like that normally? Why do all these girls do this?
You should have asked me first.
You said surprise me.
I didn't think you would have an awful taste.
All these videos are way funny when you realize that Jack Doherty, OnlyFans, Jack Doherty is 5'5". There's Jack Doherty height. 6'2". No, he's not. This is like some kind of 5'6". This is the streamer we're thinking of. He's a chubby kid with short blonde hair and brown eyes. Yeah, I guess that's true.
You're a girl. Like, who wouldn't be happy with pink? You see that blue right there? That's how ugly it was before. You had an ugly ass blue. You didn't like blue. You wanted to get wrapped. Why would I wrap it the same color?
No, I just don't like the pink. I don't know. I thought you would do like or something.
I'm sorry. And I feel like I've heard her talk about it in the past, so I know she's gonna love it. I spent like $5,000 on this wrap, so you better freaking like it. Grace wanted this right over here.
Really? That car?
Instead of what I got everybody else.
Flexing that you got her like a GR86 or whatever. You could have gotten her like anything and you got her that. $5,000 on the wrap. What was it? 15 grand for the car?
Christmas weekend.
You know, you have is this a real Supra in the back?
It's the most obnoxious music and people that I've ever come across, and I just realized that that's just how LA is. Just really just trashy clubs and people.
Felix had recently moved from Canada to LA to play Overwatch on a work visa. For most people, moving to a new city and a new country where you don't really know anyone would be a pretty difficult social situation. But Felix didn't seem to have a hard time meeting girls.
I didn't want to date people.
Dude, LA in particular, I don't understand why people go there. I mean, I know like the industry's out there, but LA is like just trash. LA is disgusting. LA is disgusting. And it's not even like, there's nice parts of LA, dude. Moving to LA is like moving to the inside of a crackhead's car. And that's the entire city. Like there's no need to move to this city, bro. There's no reason to go. Not even used GRs go less than 25K. Yeah, that's what I thought. Why would you move to this city? You're also not going to get any work done because everyone out there is obsessed with getting stoned and just like hanging out. I go out to LA once a year for VidCon or whatever, and then I've been to the convention, although I probably will go this year to film it. It's not nice. It's trash. It's disgusting. The homeless crackheads are worse than they are in Providence, Rhode Island. They're disgusting freaks. They're nonverbal. You go up to talk to them. You're like, hey man, what's up? They're like, no man, we got the fucking, they're rapping. They're throwing down bars. It is not English. Do not go to Los Angeles if you get any amount of money. And it's expensive too. It's like thousands of dollars more than any other city. Like, don't go there. Do not go to any other city, man. Or just don't move to a city. Just like live in like the suburbs like I do, where you can actually get work done instead of these cities where like, but there's fun stuff to do. There's fun stuff to do, man. There's a lot of fun stuff. What is Too Mad tweeting about Sam Hyde? I DM Jet Neptune, DM Sam Hyde. I give them advice. I could get the 1 million of views instantly. They ignore me, get me off that immediately. Also tell me where, what state and city. Everyone tries to be on stream what you are in real life. That's fact. I don't understand. Going to the bank in bloody t-shirt and boxers, pulling out stacks of money is real life meme material. I'm beginning to feel angry. I need pizza. What is this a DM with Jet? What does this even mean? This guy is still going crazy. Someone needs to save Too Mad from his deep dark hole he's in. I don't know how. I don't know how you do that.
Felix at all at first. When me and him met New Year's, he was with some other girl.
You really messed up
and so
not remembering.
Like, why would I want to be with this guy? Like, he's a player. Like, he could go, like, I'm not going to be one of his. He could go a billion other girls, like I'm not gonna give it any of my attention, right?
In January, the regular season began, and Felix was regularly playing Overwatch in an arena full of screaming fans with TV-level broadcasts and casters. Fuel's third official matchup of the season was against the Houston Outlaws on January 18th. Felix didn't play in the match, but his unique personality and unintelligible trash talking had gotten the attention of his opponents. Leading Houston Outlaws.
Okay, not to nitpick, but didn't I just see
Official matchup of the season was against the Houston Outlaws.
this is Dallas Fuel versus Sale Dynasty. You got it wrong, jabroni. Get a new image, or maybe just change what you said because maybe you were wrong. You got to change it, bro. You got to change it.
Outlaws on January 18th. Felix didn't play in the match, but his unique personality and unintelligible trash talking had gotten the attention of his opponents, leading Houston Outlaws player Muma to use X's own catchphrase against him after beating the Fuel.
In the wise words of a good friend of mine, rolled and smoked my doggies.
Felix responded on stream with about as much accuracy
Does he
as a
actually
Winston
say that?
man
Is that
could
his
be.
catchphrase? Have you ever heard of Stuttering John and Dabbleverse? Isn't Stuttering John a guy from like Howard Stern? I've never heard of the Dabbleverse though. I don't know what this is. Is that actually his XQC rolled and smoked? Rolled and smoked. Oh, this is a thing people type in. I didn't realize.
On them because it was.
No, listen up. We didn't shit on you.
You just said that.
We didn't shit on you.
And the thing
We
you don't say.
rolled you and smoked your on the Rado.
Okay, and they said that.
True. Based. Extremely based.
Admit it.
Don't
We
say.
smoked your ass.
Yeah, because the Rado is our worst match.
She's raging. I like when girls get mad. That's a good thing. I enjoy when girls are mad, except when it's summer. I'll make you so happy.
Expected to.
Go back there. Second fact. I mean, he would like it, but.
So many games ahead. Love you.
XQC's response was not received well, especially since Mumo was one of the only openly gay players in the league at the time. The
Oh.
league acted quickly, releasing a
Wait, what? For that comment, he got hit? Wait.
responded on stream with about as much accuracy as a Winston man could be expected to.
Shut your mouth. Go back there. Second fact. I mean, he would like it, but.
Oh, because he said he would like that.
Games ahead. Love you.
XQC's
But it's not even that bad, dude. These esports orgs seem so PC. Who cares, dude? This is why you can never be like beholden to one of these organizations. He didn't even say anything that bad, and they'll instantly just can you because he's an openly gay player. He's one of the only openly gay players. Who cares, man? They're making an example out of him? Well, that's a dumb example, dude. These esports orgs are cowardly. Who cares? It doesn't matter, dude. It doesn't matter at all. Was a comment like that really going to affect the gay guy's self-esteem? If you're gay, does getting told to suck a really affect you that much? Is it that big of a deal? I don't think it should matter at all. Literally at all. Esports don't make any money? Well, apparently because they're dumping $20 million. What'd you think of the Miss Breezy response video? That's coming out on this channel tomorrow. You will see how I feel about it. I thought they liked it. I thought that's what they liked too. But even beyond, it's just not a big deal. Like, it's just a jokey meme comment. It shouldn't bother people that much.
Response was not received well, especially since Mumo was one of the only openly gay players in the league at the time. The league acted quickly, releasing a statement the next day saying that XQC would be fined $2,000 and suspended 4 matches for his comments. Felix's team extended the suspension to the rest of Stage 1.
I would just not pay that. $2,000 for a little stream comment? I'm not paying that. I hope he didn't pay that. That's ridiculous. $2,000 rent for a month, groceries for multiple months. You're $2,000. Oh my god. If you didn't already have plenty of bans, they probably would have gotten him punished, but it just doesn't matter. Who cares at all? Nobody should care about that.
Reinstated, Felix would go to
I guarantee nobody was actually mad. It's just for looks, dude. It's just optics.
Practice with his team for 8 hours. Then since he didn't drive, he would usually walk or run home to his apartment and stream for 9, 10, sometimes 11 hours. And the stream was growing.
Yo, poggers and my teammate.
By March, Felix was reinstated and returned to competitive play. But almost as soon as he came back, he got himself into hot water again.
You're going to kick the guy for making a silly comment when he's more entertaining than any of these people and is undoubtedly making your team money just by being there? Just by being there, he was making this stupid team Dallas Fuel money, and they kicked him and fined him $2,000. He's probably making them $2,000 a week, low end. He's helping all the other streamers out just by getting publicity. You're gonna kick the one guy who's actually entertaining and is making you money, and you're not gonna fine. I mean, not that you should fine them, but like fine people for being boring. You should be finding people. Pick a person on the team to find $2,000 a month just because they're boring and annoying. Not the guy who's entertaining, dude.
While commentator Malik Forte was hosting an
That's
Overwatch
foul.
event on stream, XQC went into the chat and started spamming tryhard7. The league was not pleased, saying that
they said it was racist. Oh my god. Who cares, bro? Who cares? In this specific context, this emote is racist. Nobody should care at all. Dude, I'm glad he got out of that, I guess, because they were just holding him back. He's definitely made more money than that entire team has made in 10 years within 1 year of his streaming. I mean, I don't know if I believe those kick deals for the $100 million or whatever, but if it's even a tenth of that, he's definitely making more money than this team has ever made.
He had used it in a racially disparaging manner. Felix's fans claim that he used tryhard7 all the time, and it was just something he typed, no matter who was on the
What is racially disparaging? That it's a black guy and you put it in chat with a black guy on screen? Is that racist? What is like the racist context? I mean, if he had said, you know, like if he had said like a gamer word or something, obviously that's like being racist, you know, you can't do that. But, you know, if he was like saying in chat, this guy's such a, I mean, obviously, but in this, was he really doing anything that bad? Could I get an ooh ooh? Was he doing anything that bad, bro? Ooh ooh. Is that what you wanted? There you go.
Screen. And there is proof of him typing this in chat going back weeks before this incident. The league was not convinced and
they fined him $4 grand?
Him $4,000 anyway.
So he's been fined $6 grand now. XQC repeatedly used an emote in a racially disparaging manner on the league's stream and on social media and used disparaging language against Overwatch league casters and fellow players. Previously, SQC has been warned, fined, and suspended for similar infractions. Yeah, racially disparaging manner. Guys, the face of racism. A picture of a black guy. This is the face of racism in the modern day, guys. It's so dark. Oh, he actually made that face? That's insane. That's an insane face to make, dude. That's an absolutely unreal face. Jesus. I mean, it's more goofy than racist in my humble non-racist progressive opinion. Who's this girl? Cringe woman. L girl.
Dallas Fuel's response was much more severe.
Hope you can find something that makes you happy.
Oh, they dropped. Wait, so esports fined him and then they dropped him.
The juice poggers.
3 months into his first.
The Dallas Fuel and tank player Felix XQC announced they have mutually agreed to part ways. Is Dallas Fuel even still a thing? Does anybody care about Dallas Fuel? You probably shouldn't. No, 200k followers. How many followers does XQC have? Oh, he has 1.5 million followers. He has like 12 times the followers that they have. Damn, that's shocking. The guy who's entertaining blew up, and the esports team that's boring and finds people for nothing is not around. Based. Nobody even cares about them.
First season in the Overwatch League, Felix had already lost.
Black people loving Black Frieza. Do they love Black Frieza? Is that real? Do the brothers love him?
Lost his job. Now he had a big.
I had some guy DM me recently after he saw me react to the Bruce drop him off thing, and he was like, "Hey, I'm half black. If you need to understand black slang, I can help you out with translating what they mean." And I thought about how funny it would be to listen to like a clip of Aisha Speed being like, and like get him on stream and be like, "So what did this mean?" And then he goes deep into the meaning. I haven't gotten back to that guy, but that would be pretty funny.
Big choice to make. He could either give up on Overwatch, move back home and try to get a normal job, or he could lean in, gamble everything, and try to become a full-time streamer. You can probably guess what he did. But being a full-time streamer in LA wasn't just snorting Coca-Cola and smashing his own furniture. On multiple occasions, XQC got so loud that his neighbors threatened to call the police on him. Then on May 16th,
when I was living in Canada, I got so many noise complaints. It wasn't even when I was streaming. It was just like a place I was living, and the people downstairs would like message the landlord and be like, "We hear walking." Yeah, I'm getting up to piss at 1 a.m. Is that a big deal? Really? Noise complaint? I wasn't even being loud. And they almost never complained when I was actually being loud, like screaming in my room. I hate Illuminati! Now I don't get noise complaints for some reason. Like never. Now that I'm back in the States, maybe the walls are just thick, but I never get any complaining.
He heard a loud knock on his door.
Hello? I'm coming out.
Oh, he got swatted? Or somebody just called the cops?
Yes. What? Hands up.
Walk out. Anybody else in there?
No.
Face away from us.
All right. Like this?
Just like that.
Okay.
I think I just got swatted.
Swatted? But was it swatted or noise complaint? Because you're in an apartment, dude.
Yeah, it was SWAT 100%. It wasn't like noise complaint.
Oh, yikes, dude. Is everything all right?
Yeah, I was like kind of sick. Dude, that had 3 guns at me. What the
XQC's fans had escalated from trying to get a reaction out of him in Overwatch to trying to get him arrested on stream. Then on May 27th, it happened again.
Look at all those people talking.
This time, Felix said it was his upstairs neighbors calling in a noise complaint on him. Understandably, he didn't feel safe staying there that night and texted his new friend Sammy to come pick him up. The two had been spending more time together recently, and she was happy to help out. Soon, they began streaming together.
Aww. Super Sweetie Squad.
I was putting tryhards in there.
Felix can.
In my opinion, it's a bad idea to make couple content in general, though. I mean, this is something that Social Repose ran into that I talked about a little bit. Like, Social Repose was the guy who, he was like a scene emo creator. And I mean, you know, he was fine or whatever. I don't really care about it. But he was dating this girl named Jacqueline Glenn, and they would do a bunch of content together. And it was open that they were dating. And then she found out he was cheating, and she made videos about it. And on one hand, it's like a for her to do that, to even make this video, honestly. Because like it's like a private relationship detail. Nobody needs to know.
The back and forth, him asking her to come back to the car, or I don't even remember, but it was for a quickie. And she was like, "That's fine, as long as you don't mess up my makeup." And then a couple weeks later, he was at my apartment.
Like, it's kind of for her to do this, honestly. But at the same time, I mean, they made so much content together that obviously that kind of thing is going to happen, you know? Obviously, if you're dating a YouTuber, and they were constantly making videos together, like girlfriend tag.
Did you wish I had?
They were doing videos like this all the time. So obviously, when people are invested in the content, not only can you kind of expect her to expose you, but secondly, the audience is invested in the relationship. Stay tuned for the ex-wife tag. Call her your wife, but say she was moving too fast, huh? And so this is why he got in so much. And then when Critical made his video talking about their cheating, it like absolutely blew up. You know, worst apology on YouTube, 8 million views. And it's not like he's apologizing to his audience for anything. He's apologizing for cheating on his girlfriend in a relationship. But which is like, I'm not saying that's cool, but like it does happen in relationships. Not everyone needs to know. But because he made his relationship so public, that really led to a big downward spiral for him where everybody hated him, you know? And it's like, if you had just never made the relationship your content, I mean, you would have gotten some for it, but it would have been as big of a deal. But he pigeonholed himself with this relationship content, and it really came to bite him in the ass. So I guess if you want any advice, if you're going to cheat on your girlfriend and you're a YouTuber, make sure she's not a content creator too or something. I love you. Why did he make this? Why are you doing that? Where did all the emo YouTubers go?
Sup, fam? It's she from Social.
Hilarious.
Get his hands on for sometimes 6, 7, 8 different interviews over the span of 5 years. And
yeah, this guy, I mean, he's kind of a silly Billy, even outside of the relationship stuff, it seems.
Continued to be worried about his safety as packages were going missing at his apartment, and he was filled with dread waiting for the police to come raid him again. In the beginning of July, Felix informed his chat that he would be moving in with Adept, but
Why do you need
that
to
they were
inform
just
them?
roommates. And so began the
Why do you need
roommate
to
arc
inform
on
chat?
XQC's stream, leading to some of the most wholesome.
What does chat need? Like, guys, we're fighting right now. Guys, we're moving in. They don't need relationship updates, dude. I mean, I understand that like some people have a big parasocial connection with their audience, but I think it's probably bad practice to rope your relationship in too much for the reasons I just said. You know, it's kind of self-explanatory at this point, or not even self-explanatory. I explained it myself, but also like your audience is not your friends. Like you shouldn't be just treating your social media like your personal social media. I mean, you can do that a little bit because, you know, the audience likes to be connected, but at the end of the day, you're running a business. You know, you need to have kind of a business mind for it. Of course, on the other hand, XQC's unprofessionalism is why people liked him, right? But it's just, not everyone needs to know every moment of your life. If you want to have long-term success, just keep some of it behind stream, because they don't need to know. They don't need to know at all.
Entertaining content on all of Twitch.
Who is in a relationship? I love you too. Romantic face, romantic face, romantic face.
Shut the fuck up.
We're not in a relationship. She's just leaning on me on the floor as I make videos, getting ready to give me head after stream. We're not in a relationship, guys.
In November, Felix went back to Canada to spend the winter with his family. Adept came too, since Felix had met her parents. It only seemed fair that she met his. All roommates do that, right? By this point, XQC's stream was exploding, averaging 15 to 20,000.
I guess at least they were trying to keep the relationship private, but I mean, it's not really. It's for private in name only.
Viewers who would show up to watch him stream for 11 to 12 hours a day. But Overwatch still had a place in Felix's caffeine-drenched heart, and playing in pro or semi-pro esports gave him something that just being a variety streamer couldn't. An opportunity to compete at the highest levels and prove that he was one of the best Overwatch players alive. So when the LA Gladiators offered him a spot on their contenders team, Felix was quick to accept. After a short time in LA, Felix and Adept would move to yet another new place, Austin, Texas. By early 2019,
every YouTuber, it's like LA, Austin, or Miami are like the 3 places. I miss when the FaZe guys, didn't the FaZe guys have a house in New York? FaZe Clan New York. That was dope. New York is actually kind of cool. The Face House in New York reunites. Yeah, this is what I'm 2014, 2016. This was an era.
Now we're gonna go alphabetical order.
Oh my god. That's Banks. He looks so young.
Wait, Blizz.
Or should I go for B8?
No, matter for 4A.
Oh, H for wholesale.
Damn.
What the Yes. You know what I was about to do?
I've considered the content creator house thing before, but it just seems like kind of a bad idea overall. Too many butting heads, too many personalities and egos in one place. I like to consider myself a pretty humble, not egotistical person, you know? Not that I'm super swag, but I have like 10% swag, I feel like at this point. I can say I have 10% swag. But probably is a bad idea overall to have a content house. I will say, for the content, I do like the content houses. I was so excited when Sneeko said he would be doing a content house, I think, with like him, Aiden, and Fusi or something. And like Neon. Yeah, this thing.
Aiden wants us all to live in a content house. What do you guys think? I think he wants it to be me, Neon, Cheezer, Aiden, and maybe Fuzi. I've never lived in a content house, but I think it'd be a good way to switch things up, you know? Aiden wants us all.
It's a good way to switch things up, but also it's going to be complete cancer when Fusi goes mental on you guys. And he's not the only person that's going to go mental, but he'll just be the first domino to fall and make you all develop schizophrenia. And when you'll have bugs under your skin. Living with Fusi and Neon would be hell. Don't live anywhere with Fusi. Imagine going from hanging out with Tate, Zerka, and Myra to living with Aiden and Neon. Yeah, the house would be on fire on second day. Yes, it would, dude. Fusi would leave the stove. Leave the stove on. Living in big cities is temporary. I mean, even outside of living in a big city, I just think a content house is probably a bad idea for long-term success because there's going to be some drama. Somebody's going to someone else's girlfriend, or someone's going to get jealous of someone else's money, or somebody's going to bump someone else's car in the driveway, and it's going to be like a thing, and you're going to try to keep it private, but eventually it's going to come out on stream, and there's going to be like a public drama about it, and then you're just wrapped up in this drama about your roommates, which is like, your roommate should probably be the least stressful thing about your life, ideally. Your living situation should be not stressful. Your work should be moderately stressful if you're trying to do anything impressive or cool. It's definitely a bad idea, though, to live with all these big personalities.
Austin was becoming the hub for Twitch streamers. With names like Asmongold, Mizkif, Greek God
Still
X,
is,
and
I
many
think.
more living there, XQC fit right in. He had just hit 1 million followers on Twitch and was consistently in the top 3 most watched streamers on the whole site by this point. XQC and Adept moved in
Shows
with
him as number
popular
9.
Austin streamer Soda Poppin'. Within 24 hours of moving into Soda's house, Felix proved just how great of a roommate he was going to be.
Guys, I can't find the cat. I think I let it out.
What?
Is Soda Poppin' good? I've always hear about Soda Poppin', but he's like an old head Twitch guy, right? I don't actually know anything about Soda Poppin'. He's getting some decent views. I don't actually know anything about what this guy does, though. Is this RuneScape? Is he a RuneScape guy? Oh, hardcore WoW. I don't know video games. I was never into these old head Twitch guys like Soda Poppin'. It was never my thing. Obviously, I like streams. I mean, I'm streaming right now. I think my streams are okay. I think they have some swag, but I mean, watching these guys for like hours and hours on end has just never been something I'm into. Stream just has, wait, 2 million views? Why was he so famous like 6 years ago? Why is this one 6 and this one's 10 and this one's 8? How does that make sense? But why was he so famous? And why did he fall off? What happened? Did he stop streaming for a while? Looks like he doesn't even upload to this channel that much. Oh, I started by popular. I'm such a dummy. We started a vanilla hardcore guild, so it was kind of more of a gradual thing. Why was he so famous back in the day, though? I want to learn about Soda Poppin' now. If he's that famous, how do I replicate his swag? But also, why was he so famous? Damn. My viewers made me rage. Looks like he's kind of been, I mean, not that he's completely irrelevant. These are decent numbers, but it looks like even a few years ago, he was really, I mean, he was getting way more views than average. Damn, though. Damn. Crazy.
While Felix's Twitch career was soaring to new heights,
Am I a glizzy gobbler? Yes.
his days of pro and semi-pro Overwatch were tanking. Felix had been selected.
You didn't keep it up with Fish Tank? Not that much. New topic for a video? True, dude. Although I already have a lot of my video topics are like, there's already so many you can see here. I've got so many. So I got to get to them eventually. But, you know, we'll get to it with a little time. I've been focused on lolcast stuff.
Selected to represent his home team of Canada again in the Overwatch World Cup. But when the team entered the playoffs in November, they went 0-4 and finished in last place. The next month, Felix would receive some disappointing news from his team, the LA Gladiators, while on stream.
As such, we will be parting ways with our players and staff and thanking them for a contribution to our last 2 years. What does that mean? Does that mean that was my job?
Fish Tank's not overrated. Fish Tank's really good.
Did I just get fired? Okay.
That turned out to be the last straw for Felix's competitive Overwatch career. He hung up his jersey for the last time, and now his transformation to pure full-time streamer was complete. In a
Is
lot
that
of
crazy female from Fish Tank emailed you yet? No. Let's see if she DM'd me. No DM yet, dude. It's over. Thank you, Judy, for the gifted membership. No, dude, it's over. It's actually over. My life is nothing now. It always was nothing, but now it's really nothing. We'll see. We'll give it a little time. It's gonna happen any day. Any day now. Any day. I'm gonna get the summer DM, dude. Literally any day, and this will ruin my life, and I'll be fine with it. I'll be totally fine with it. It's fine. It's fine. Bicep reveal. Have I not done a bicep reveal 20 times?
How gay is it for me to flex my bicep on stream?
Being a full-time streamer is a great gig, and XQC was loving it. He could get up in the morning, start his stream, react to some videos, play some Fall Guys, and for a little while, it was peaceful. Sure, he had gotten some minor temporary bans from Twitch for stuff like showing a certain gorilla clip or whale watching in VR
Certain
chat.
gorilla clip? Was it Harambe?
The big whale at the back. Big whale.
But for the most
He's
part,
right, though.
Felix
She
has stayed
is.
away from major streaming
She
drama
is the big whale
so far.
That was
But
he
in
was
early
just
2020,
he's a wildlife
there was
observer.
An event that made everyone's lives just a
Wait,
little
why were
bit
their
more.
reactions like that though? Why were they so shocked?
Or whale watching in VR chat.
I have to choose. The big whale at the back. Big whale.
And they get offended, but they immediately knew who he was talking about too. They immediately knew he was talking about Kiana. This reminds me of do you guys see the Pack God video recently? Where he dressed up as Batman and infiltrated this yeah, dude, this girl is so crazy.
Huge thank you to man/bat.
That's better. That's not really a pronoun unless you go by like Z's or M's.
Excuse me.
Yeah, like neo pronouns.
Excuse me, Spider Woman. Can you stop belittling me? Thank you.
Well, do you go by like neo pronoun? I'm just trying to
I go by Batman.
I'm not gonna rip his whole video, but this guy's I'm subscribing on the second channel, leaving a like. GOAT, saying GOAT in the comment section. He is the GOAT, actually. He actually is the GOAT.
Excuse me, don't yell at my members. Sir, you just joined. Like, calm down. Take it down a notch. You're here. You need to be here.
Batman would be like a neo pronoun. That's all I'm asking. All they're here for. Like I have amp only. What?
Exactly.
I like all of them like agreeing with this hot girl because the guys there just want to fuck her and the fat girl just wants to be her. These groups are insane.
Oh, you want to get me bailed?
Look at these. Look at this guy. Look at this guy. This guy. This guy. They're just lined up hoping that if they agree with her idea that men need to be used, that eventually they'll be the one to get used. They'll be in line. I know this psychology too well. Yeah, Isabella Janke down here. Losers. These Discord
for the
groups
most
are
part,
losers. If
Felix
you're ever
is-
one of those Discord groups, send me an email. I'll get you out. I'll drop in with the SWAT team I'll blow the ceiling open with thermite. I'll drop in like Rainbow Six Siege. I'll get you out real quick. Okay?
Stayed away from major streaming
I'll bring the Green Berets.
drama so far. But in early 2020, there was an event that made everyone's lives just a little bit more complicated around the world. The pandemic. To get some more room to spread out and probably to be around fewer people during the height of COVID, Felix bought his own house in Austin, and he and Sammy moved out of Soda Poppin's house in April. X tweeted that he loved being in his own place now. He could argue with himself out loud and even yell at himself without anyone blinking an eye. Felix even attempted cooking for himself for the first time and nearly burnt his brand new house down and burnt himself in the process. Within 2 weeks, he had transformed the place from a brand new property into an episode.
Dude, this is the streamer setup you want. This is like what my room looks like, basically. I mean, mine is the trash, but just a barren room with a computer and a mic. And that's all you need. You don't need all this other stuff. You don't need this whole freaking like, dude, I've ranted about this 30 times with like Pokemon's like streamer setup. I hate this. I hate that. Whatever this thing. I mean, is there a full shot of her we can see? I mean, you can see it in the background. Whatever this thing is, with like the bisexual lighting and the anime figures. I cannot. Oh, here we can see it a little bit more, I think. Probably. Do they just never zoom in on their face?
Very quick.
Who cares? Yeah, look at this background. I hate this. I hate this background. Love Pokemon. Hate the background. Bad. This is what you want. This is an ideal room. I'd like to give Pokemon my full shot. Good luck, bro. I hope you can do it. But this is the room you want. This is the room you want. And this is how every room should be in your house as a man.
Of hoarders. In August, Felix traveled to Canada to stay with his family for a while, and Adept came to stay too. Since pretty much every venue and event in the world was shut down and canceled that summer, it was a good time to spend with family and learn new skills, like how to tie a tie.
Help me do this.
I'm not going to go off here, but the masks on the plane were so annoying. I flew a few planes during the pandemic. Oh my God, dude. I'd be like eating my food and they'd be like, over the nose, I'm eating. Can you not see I'm eating? And eventually I just take it off. I can't go off here, but you should wear masks. You should wear masks.
I don't know how to do these. I've never done one.
You're looking wonderful today.
Sure.
How you feeling?
Oh, fantastic. We've been doing great today. We've been performing really well, too.
By the spring of 2021, Felix and Sammy had been just roommates for nearly
You're a
3
glizzy
years
gobbler.
and had
She's his
moved back to the
glizzy
Texas
gobbler.
house.
You just
But
grab her
now,
tits on
clips were
stream.
coming out that suggested that maybe they were more than just roommates, and it was pretty widely known that they
I
were
also kissed
together.
my
In
roommates.
probably the most obvious announcement of all time, Sammy
if I told
tweeted,
you we were
"What
never
if I
just
told you we were
roommates?"
never just roommates?"
Yeah.
Revealing that their first real date was way back in June of 2018 during the scuffed
Shocking.
LA Zoo stream. But almost as soon as they moved back to Texas, Felix and Sammy's lives would
Don't worry, my leaked it 3 to 4 times 2 years ago. This is the thing with streamers, can't stop but leak things. They can't help but leak things, bro. This is just their whole thing. And that's content too. Leaking people's private details is content, and it's bad. It's bad. You can't be in a position where this is your thing, bro. It's horrible, 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 horrible. I mean, even I've been on streams sometimes where people just leak stuff. It's annoying. Shut up. It's not funny. I mean, there is some funny leaks you can do that are just like a little bit, inconsequential, but streamers will like leak each other's addresses on accident on streams. Like, well, good job, bro. That's what we wanted. That's really what we wanted.
become a living nightmare.
We were getting raided by the police station at rates that made absolutely no sense. Almost every day, the police came to our house with a full squad because of, fucking idiots.
Can't you like call the cops though and whitelist yourself? iDubbbz gave this advice back in the day to do that. I've done that with my local cops. I've been like, hey, just in case anybody calls you guys saying that I'm like torturing someone in my apartment. First of all, I am. Secondly, don't come. No, but I'm like, first of all, I'm like a public figure or whatever, which is, by the way, it's so cringe to have to explain to a cop that you're like a YouTuber. It's so unbelievably cringe, but you do have to do that sometimes. And I mean, that makes it so that if they get a call, they know to send like 2 officers rather than the freaking death squad, the Lord Lloyd death squad, and hopefully they won't kneel on you too hard. It sucks. It sucks though. Thank you, Alan, for the 5. It's annoying.
And I was generally scared that I was going to die.
Felix's Texas address had been leaked, and him and Sammy were being held at gunpoint so often that one wrong move could mean the end. They tried to reason with the local police department, telling them that the calls were coming from trolls online, but it didn't help. Understanding that acknowledging the swatters would just embolden them, Felix and Sammy came up with a cover story, saying that they were going to...
Do the cops have to come every time? Do they have to send the squad if somebody calls in a threat? Also, why aren't these people in jail? Hi, my name is Tom. I'm a popular YouTuber on YouTube. My alias is Turkey Tom. This is literally what I had to do, though. This is emails I've had to exchange with police officers, explaining to them, like, yeah, this crazy stuff might happen just because I'm like a YouTuber. And then they're like, I see this video titled This got a large response from some forum posts. And it's like, bro, I don't want to have to explain what this is. I don't want to have to explain what this is.
To temporarily move out of the house because they were having some renovations done. While Felix's gamer den probably did need new carpet once a week to keep from growing new species of fungus.
Got any New Year's resolutions? I feel like it's bad juju to share your New Year's resolutions, so I'm probably not going to, but it's mostly more of what was going on last year. Okay, I will share. I want to get way more jacked. I'm about to start my winter bulk when I come back from this Destiny strip. I'm 180 right now. I was like 192 in my peak, and then I went down. I actually might be more like 175 right now. My goal is to get up to 200 again and then go back down to 180 and like be actually shredded. I mean, I have like decent muscle definition right now, but I just need to be like way more shredded. I have like the little like the line for the 6-pack or whatever, but I don't have the like crazy 6-pack. So I need to do more core. I need to not skip leg day. And hopefully I'll look like jacked. How tall? I'm 5'10.5", which means I lie to girls and say I'm 5'11", or I lie and say 6 foot. Time to got a live stream on YouTube. That's not true.
Fans were completely in the dark about the swattings when they moved back in with their old friend Soda Poppin'. This was a unique point in Felix's streaming career too. The first half of 2021, Twitch had been taken over by the gambling meta, with everyone from small streamers to the gaming golem himself getting sucked into the allure of hitting that spin button.
$19,000.
But gambling wasn't just big wins for
Based.
Felix. His fan base revolted, mostly because other streamers were taking special deals.
Go to Miami and join Destiny Polykill? No, but I am going to do a part of the video where I make Destiny go to the gym. We're going to do the soy boy workout with Destiny. That will be good. You're not interested in any sport or hobby? No, I'm really only interested in YouTube, to be honest. I mean, working out is kind of a sport, though. I mean, it takes like an hour and a half of my time every day. Can you please train with Sam Hyde? Why would I train with him? I'm not doing a boxing match. Thank you for the 10, though. But there's no reason to do that. And I'm also not going to do a boxing match, so no. No, more power to the guys that do that, though.
Deals with shady offshore casinos to gamble on stream. The streamer would gamble with the house's money, sometimes allegedly with the scales tipped in their favor, so viewers would see them win a lot of money. The streamer would then get paid, but any winnings they made on stream went back to the casino. It wasn't their money in the first place. Keep in mind at this time there was a huge variety of deals out there. Not everyone streaming games.
Is that illegal to not disclose that? Yes, some promos may be illegal. I feel like it's probably illegal to not disclose that you're gambling with the casino's money and not actually winning anything. It's false advertising now.
Gambling at the time was explicitly misleading their audience. But XQC didn't take the sponsored route at first. He gambled raw, using his own money with no sponsorship deal. But after the backlash from his fans for gambling, he decided to take a sponsored deal since in his mind, he was taking the heat anyway, so why not get the bag too? After a couple months of this, Felix admitted in his offline chat that he had become addicted and said he would stop. But that didn't last long at all. Off stream, things just continued to get worse.
He looks so aggressively French in this frame with the weak facial hair. He looks so French. It's like me. I look aggressively more Bulgarian when I have a little bit of facial hair coming in. I look like my name is Bogdan.
Person went to my old house and broke into it with like a crowbar, and apparently he was like looking for me.
This had gone far beyond someone far away calling the police and lying to them to get XQC swatted. This was
the craziest name ever is one of my cousins. They call him Sonny, but his real name is Stanislav. He's Slavic and it's, well, I guess Baltic, whatever, Balkans, basically Slavs, but Slav is in his name. That is unreal. Ripping a 12 milligram double decker smooth right now. What's your Zin of choice? I like these ones, dude. The chill ones. These are my favorite flavor. I do like the spearmint ones. I don't see the citrus ones where I live for some reason though. I don't see citrus. I don't see some of the other flavors I see. Did you guys hear me piss? You probably could hear me piss. So we should make a Turkey Tom pissing compilation where it's just every time I've pissed on stream, you can hear it. We saw it based.
Something else entirely. To make the situation even stranger, Felix says he checked all of his DMs and messages afterwards to see if the person had messaged him, but he couldn't find anything. After Felix and Sammy moved to Soda Poppin's house, Felix says weird things started to happen there too. He started to worry that if Soda's house started getting swatted too, someone might get hurt or Soda's dogs might even be in danger.
The problem that I have, it's not really for me. It's like for the people around me or whatever. Just me being around people like endangers them. I just want to I want to like put an end to it because it's just kind of like unfair for others.
Felix would later say that he thought his address got leaked because of his online gambling. See, when you sign up for these offshore casinos, you often have to send them proof of your address. So maybe somebody along the pipeline saw his address, thought, ooh, big streamer's address, I'm going to leak it. And then the swatting started. After just a short time at Soda's house.
The real answer is probably just like if you have windows near you or anything, it's not that hard to dox you. Yeah. Or if you live in like a unique house, I mean, obviously, but if people are just obsessed with you enough, they can probably get your dox, unfortunately. Maybe that's bad juju for me to say that, but that's real. That's real. People will get it, dude.
Felix went back to Canada to stay with his parents.
Thank you, Shane.
Maybe if he could just be with his family, he could finally be safe. And at first, it seemed like he was. After taking a short break from streaming and setting up his gaming PC in Canada, fans said he was looking better than ever. But before long, the trolls who had been swatting Felix got his parents' address too. But the Canadian police treated the situation a bit differently than the Texas police.
They would give us like heads up and they would like clear the house, whatever. And I found a way to remain on stream and not say anything at all, and nobody ever noticed anything different, and the stream always kept going. Every time it happened, they opened the doors, I gave a visual signal, and they cleared the rooms, and they cleared all the angles in the room, make sure nobody was hidden, or nobody was hurt or harmed, so they could finish the house with whatever. And nobody.
It's pretty nice of the cops to work out that agreement with them.
A crazy amount of times. It's I don't even know how many times it happened.
Back on Twitch, the days of Grand Theft Auto roleplay were at their peak.
Oh yeah, this is like, isn't that what Aiden Ross blew up off of? Aiden Ross, GTA. Isn't that this is like what he blew up off of, I think. And then this is like a year ago. But like a few years ago, I thought that's how he met. Was it Bronny James, like LeBron James's son? Tim, he looks so much younger here.
PBJ. Nah, it sounds like K.
He looks like 15 years old.
But like,
damn.
Yo, it smells here. It smells. No. Let the chat pick it. Let the chat choose. Yeah, chat. Choose something.
Damn. Did he keep going to the gym? Or was that... Because I feel like he didn't make enough progress to really look like he was taking it seriously. Maybe that's just me, but...
The entire internet is starting to turn on Aiden Ross. The soy boy himself made a commitment to the top G, saying that he would
the soy boy himself.
Training.
Stop going gym because I got addicted to liquid heroin.
I think you hold the record for making the most stupid life.
Me and my wife have been trying for a kid for months and nothing has worked. Any tips? I need a son to inherit my great fortune. I don't know if you're joking. Do you think I have a son? Just come a lot. Take that stuff that the PKA podcast makes that makes you come way more or something. Maybe that'll make you more fertile or something. Although I think they told me that actually doesn't work for it doesn't increase your sperm count. It just makes it be more liquid.
Choice.
He so far has not kept up that promise. So let's see where that left his physique. We're going to be rating Aiden Ross's physique. All right, Aiden Ross, he's tubby. Little bit of gyno, little too much chest hair for my liking. Arms are small. He looks like a prepubescent teen. And then it throws you off because he has a beard and a bald head. Honestly, if he were to get lean, we'd get a better idea of how good his genetics are. But with all that fat covering his midsection, I really can't tell. I think he has pretty bad genetics, especially for someone who's 5'3". You'd want some muscle depth.
He's not 5'3". Aiden, I mean, that's funny, but 5'7" and 5'8". He's claimed as high as 5'9" and 5'10". I would probably believe 5'8". Serbian swag shall defeat Turkey Tom's Bulgaria swiftly. It might.
Definition at least. Overall, I'm gonna give his physique a 1 out of 10.
Oh my god. I think most fathers' biggest fear is watching their son turn out to be Aiden Ross. Bro said, don't let the 1 out of 10 rating discourage
But don't let that discourage you, Aiden. I want to see you in the gym and you can get jacked.
He could. I feel like he probably hasn't made that much gym progress. He seems like kind of a lazy person. He's talked about that on podcasts, how the biggest problem he seems to have is laziness, which is weird to me because the actual work he does is so low effort, but maybe it's just because he has so much money. He already cashed out. It's hard for him to find motivation. I remember I talked about this with Destiny and Karantos was saying that, you know, a few years ago, Aiden's streams were great. They were high energy, high effort. He was bringing random celebrities on. He was doing good content all the time, playing games, reacting to videos. And now he just kind of sits for a few hours, a few times a week. Like there's no like direction to the content, which sucks. 5'6" is a cute height for a guy if you're gay.
Some of them, yeah.
Wicked.
That there are kids and families. Are you okay?
Couldn't be me.
I'm not related to any.
Wicked! Oh my!
But GTA wasn't all fun and games for Felix. Before long, he started to get into arguments in-game with Adept that seemed like they were a little more than role-playing.
Now, I admitted to you the other day that in character I was molding, and then out of character
Don't go there with all of that.
Obviously, this is not
Do you
role-playing.
want to end so that we can have the talk that you asked me for or not?
Do you want to end? Yeah, she's pissed.
Okay.
Adept ended her stream on at least one occasion.
Wait, so were they married at this point, or do we not know? Sorry for ending stream, but I absolutely hate being emotional on stream, and it wouldn't make any sense for my character to be crying on Call of Duty, lol. Anyone that would like to throw further stuff my way, be condescending or even be contradictory, just remember you don't know the facts or behind the scenes, etc. Wish they hadn't had that. She had a restraining order, yet she came to his house. That's beyond stupidity. She should be sent to jail for this. What did she do? What did she do? I've heard vague stories about this time and time again, but what did she actually do? Definitely a minority here, but love your content. It's rare to find a creator, normal and agreeable views, and high quality content. Are you in a minority? Are you in a minority? I assume the people who watch me like my stuff. Thank you, though. I appreciate it. Zenaida Abdullayev, whatever your name is. Thank you. Appreciate it.
To her and XQC fighting both in and out of game. By August, things had reached a breaking point.
I'm not talking about that much, man. Well, me and Sammy got into a little bit of a fight.
But did we know if they were married or not at this point? I assume
Felix
no.
explained a little more on Twitter and asked fans not to harass Sammy. After over 3 years together, moving to different cities, states, and countries together, enduring countless swattings, and being the one person the other could confide in, it looked like the saga of Felix and Sammy might have reached its ultimate conclusion.
Damn. 3 years, that's a long time, bro. Ouch.
2021 was an intense time in the life of XQC.
It's so weird. This is a feeling that I'm getting over it in life, but it's so weird. Not even just in relationships, but with friends, to know someone very intimately and then never talk to them again, or to have like a negative thing happen and then like you're like enemies. I haven't had this happen many times in my life, but the few times I have had it happen, especially with friends, honestly, over relationships, because my relationships have been fine. But with friends, it's so crazy. It's so crazy to know someone and then you're like mortal enemies from that point in time on. It's just weird in general to get to know someone so well, then you don't talk anymore. That's just a strange, like you connect on like this weird, I don't know about spiritual, but you connect on this level with someone, you know, uniquely in a way that you know each other really well, and then it just goes away. That's happened to everyone I've ever met. Well, maybe you're the problem then. Sorry to be the bearer of bad news, but if that's happened with everyone, you're probably either not a good person or you're hard to be a friend with. Because I've only had it happen very few times in my life, but it's such a mind for me because I'm not used to it. Yeah, man, that's such a mind.
His streaming career. He would stream for 10.
Those kinds of people haunt my memories. Well, I think the one thing you should do if that is genuine, if it's really haunting your memories, is fill up your time with things and meet new people. You can't ruminate on these things. One of the biggest things I talked about in I made this video about this. Why is there a girl sucking a dick on my YouTube homepage? Great. It was this video. Yeah, this one. I talked about not ruminating. You can't ruminate on the past and like past friendships and relationships. You have to just move on. You need to just fill up your time with other things and move on. Because if you ruminate, you will destroy yourself mentally. You will absolutely destroy your mental processes and your well-being. So you gotta just find a way to move on. Honestly, the gym is really helpful for me with that. Mentally, it just makes things I do it first thing of the day, and it just makes the rest of the day very like calm and placid emotionally. And I'm not a very emotional person in general in terms of getting angry or sad. I mean, I get it like every normal person, but I'm like, my baseline happiness is relatively high, I would say. Part of that's the position I'm in because I like my job and stuff, and I have a lot of stuff I can just do at any point in time that's like self-motivating and self-actualizing that isn't working for someone else. So I do kind of decide my own but you got to just fill up your time with things that are productive and move on, you know. Being stuck in the past and not picking up hobbies will kill you. I mean, I guess hobbies are good, but even just like sinking your time into your work or something that, you know, benefits you in some way, like the gym is, I'd say, better than hobbies. You can have too many hobbies. Are you certified Wendy Gooner? Yes, I am. Thank you, Pacers. Nathan East says, I'm willing to reproduce a powerful heir with Wireless, whatever that name is, to inherit our fortunes as long as Tom allows us to name the child Tom Turkey Chuddison. I will allow that. I don't want to live, honestly. Well, find a reason to live. Jesus. Can't feel because I'm numb. I've become so numb. I can't feel you there. Just stop. Stop that. If you're feeling that way, get off my stream right now and go for a walk and think about your life and what you need to change and actually do it. If that's a real revelation you're having. It's dark. It's dark. It's not allowed, though.
12 hours at a time just about every single day. Sometimes he wouldn't sleep and just streamed for 20 hours. A lot of people look at streamers and think, that's easy. I could play Grand Theft Auto for 20 hours straight and make a ton of money. That would be awesome. And it probably would be for them until they realize to hold a viewer's attention for that long, you actually have to be entertaining. When you're streaming for 12 hours a day, every day with no days off, you're not answering text messages. You're too busy reading chat. You're not answering phone calls. You're in Discord with other streamers. You're probably not taking a lunch break either. You're having some fast food DoorDash to you and then throwing the trash on the floor when you're done rebroadcasting a YouTube video that you're going to immediately pay an editor to re-upload to make money off your reaction. 2021, a new craze took over Twitch in the form of...
Yeah, today's intro was pretty good, guys. Guys, I really enjoyed the intro. What games we playing today, boys?
But I digress. The point is, being a streamer isn't actually a great job. In fact,
got a little set switch up. I see you, Jabroni. I see you switching up. You know, visually interesting. Oh, but he's got the YouTuber.
It's a terrible one.
This is the YouTuber thing, dude. This is the Jabroni. You need to be streaming from a crack den or recording your videos from a crack den. That's way better. Also, what is this? What is this mic? I've never even seen a mic that looks like that. I had a friend for 21 years and now we hate each other. She went as far as trying to sabotage my friendships I had with mutuals. Yeah, people will do that. I have had that. People will go crazy. Thankfully, if you're righteous and you're actually in the right, that's kind of stuff doesn't last. And people will, you know, real will recognize real and people will realize that that person is schizo and they shouldn't be around them. But yeah, man, that's a dark thing that happens for sure. I've unfortunately had that. I've gotten a little bit better in recent months about telling that somebody is that kind of person from the onset and just mitigating that disaster by not being that person's friend. Because I know how that is and it sucks. It sucks. I hate the word toxic because toxic is a term that girls use. Oh, my boyfriend's so toxic. Shut up, bitch. Shut up. But I'm going to get a call for the police station tonight. But yeah, for real, you need to just not, you need to just... You need to just detect those people early on. These jealous, envious, crazy, obsessive types. Yeah. Some girls be toxic. I mean, yeah. But you need to just... So I was talking about Brandon Buckingham. That's a funny thing to say, but Brandon Buckingham, unironically, is one of the better friends I've made in the past few years. And he's... Anytime I've been down in the dumps or needed help or anything, he immediately drops what he's doing to help me out. I would do some crazy for that guy. I would do something crazy for Brandon Buckingham if you wanted me to. No questions asked. Go to jail. Because I love Brandon Buckingham. Okay, he is real. He is really real. So that's funny, but Brandon Buckingham is my goat. He's my top guy in my mind.
There's no healthcare, there's no paid days off, and it really strains your relationships with other people in the real world because streamers like...
I mean, there's no healthcare, but, you know, the benefits if you're successful is you can pay for an entire Somalian village's healthcare.
Like this don't really live in the real world.
Stop calling me gay in chat. I'm being real. I mean, okay, it is. Sorry, I'll go back to being meta-ironic all the time.
They live in the stream. And all of this was starting to affect Felix's health and relationships in a big way. He told his chat he was having trouble sleeping, having night terrors. He missed in real life events like Pokemon's podcast because he overslept. And some people were starting to worry that Felix was truly addicted to gambling. Halfway through the year, he had already wagered over $29 million. And these numbers aren't dollars.
But that's not really his money though, right? It's casino's money.
They're the number of spins.
5 reasons to not quit your gambling addiction. Number 5. 99% of gambling addicts quit gambling right before they hit the jackpot.
Felix told his chat multiple times that he was going to stop gambling and then would almost immediately go back to it. By the end of the summer after the breakup, things looked like they were going to just...
Imagine freaking out over missing anything related to Pokemon. I mean, that's funny to say, but obviously Pokemon, especially like a few years ago, if you get an opportunity to do content with her and you're a big streamer, you're going to want to do it because it's going to boost your profile and you're going to get her freaking simps to pay for your stuff too. Pay to see your feet. So obviously it's probably good to, you know, be doing content with Pokemon from like a psychopathic, narcissism, evil streamer content, everything perspective. It's good. It's good. And you know what? Pokey, I mean, for all of her faults or whatever, she's probably a relatively nice person to work with. She's probably prompt and easy to talk to and responds to texts and pays invoices on time, which I can't say about everyone. What about the morality? Is it morally wrong to do content with Pokemon? She's just annoying. It's not morally wrong to do content with her. Shut up.
Keep getting worse. After the breakup was made public, Adept tweeted that she lived with a clear conscience knowing the truth about who she is and what she's experienced. Ooh. Some fans reading too far into this took it to mean that XQC had her.
Girls love to say vague stuff like that. Girls love to say vague, overarching statements about, oh, I know the real me and what I went through, what I experienced. Nobody can take that away from me. And obviously that implies you were like beat, but it's like, no, he just was mean to me once. And it's like, okay.
Adept clarified the next day that didn't happen and that she was only trying to salvage any privacy she had left. It appeared that both Felix and Sammy wanted this to be a clear break without fans harassing either one of them. But within just a few weeks, Adept was spotted in the background of some of XQC's streams. In early September, Felix posted this picture of the two of them together. It looked like they had smoothed things over and had moved back in together. September 2021 was a particularly big month on Twitch because a massive IRL streamer event was coming up. Planned by streamer QT Cinderella, the plan was to get all of the biggest creators on Twitch together for a summer camp meets game show slumber party. Imagine the smell. Adept and...
What? Wait, you can't just not address that clip right
streamer
there.
QT Cinderella, the plan was to get all of the biggest creators on Twitch together for a summer camp meets game show...
What is that?
Slumber party.
I was about to say this summer camp sounds like a good idea. What am I looking at right now, though? This is dark. This is extremely dark. Tom's hard at that. Yeah, I've actually got a full, not even a half chub. I'm chubbed TF up right now because of this clip of XQC wearing a dress with a padded bra and painted nails.
Imagine the smell. Adept and Felix attended this event as a couple, and it seemed like things were back to normal. More clips came out of them arguing, and there were rumors that they had...
That event actually happened. I didn't even know. Wait, streamer camp? I've never even seen this. This is like streamer fish tank, kind of.
Get out! No, you know what?
And he didn't pay me.
That's a pretty cool concept, actually. Shout out to Cutie Cinderella if she came up with that, because that's pretty good.
That is majority. Casey Tron, you are dead. Town wins.
Yeah. I'm gonna pick my nose, check this out. Oh, there's nothing in there. Oh, there's Minx and Myth and... Is that Austin show or whatever? Yeah, this is the Raj Royale guy. I don't know who this is. That's Adept.
I thought you sure.
Big Cheese herself. Cutie Cinderella. Don't know who that is. Is that Vincent Sear?
I don't think that streamers should be
Ludwig, obviously.
allowed to drive, own guns, own property,
I agree. Or vote, especially vote.
Broken up again in November. The stable relationship was devolving into an on-again, off-again mess. The only thing with any stability in XQC's life was his streaming schedule, and that was making him an extreme amount of money. The sponsorships he was taking at the time were worth 6 figures, and he had enough Twitch subs and ad revenue to be making enough money to make a trip to space every month.
Hell yes.
Instead, he bought a car. But not just any car, a $300,000 McLaren 720S Spider. Felix said it occurred to him that he had finally made it, and buying the McLaren was a symbol of that. From eating cup noodles in a dirty apartment in LA to eating cup noodles.
Do people buy, streamers and YouTubers buy crazy cars, but if you're making 9 mil a month, I don't think you can. Can you shame anyone for buying this thing?
Here are 3.
Okay, stop talking about how you hate it.
This is how much it costs to own a McLaren.
I mean, come on. That's pretty. That's.
What a beautiful interior.
It's got a few gimmicks. I like.
That's kind of dope. If you're making that much money, dude, like that is the car. Over a Lamborghini, absolutely. Probably over most Ferraris, that is the car. That's dope.
Noodles in a dirty house in LA and buying a cool car on a whim.
Why'd I say dope? What's happening to me?
Because he liked the fast cars.
I don't say dope. I don't say things are dope. That's swag. We'll go with swag. I don't say the word dope. That's dark.
Auto. The discerning viewer will notice that chat's immediate reaction to this announcement was to make fun of him for not being able to drive. He still did not have a driver's license.
He can't drive?
He drove him around in the Tesla.
Really?
In December, they went to pick up the McLaren. X posted a picture with the caption, "Where it all began, the Overwatch League days." Sammy was there too, and posted a picture of X saying, "Damn, whose boyfriend is this? Sheesh." I'm not sure if she was flexing.
Hey Tom, saw you watch you talk about only using Blade. Are you doing a full video? I said that in that clip, but yes, I am. And it's actually top secret. It's actually done, but I just haven't put it out yet. But I might have it re-edited because there's just some editing errors with it. But yeah, it's probably coming.
Singer genuinely asking, because I'm pretty sure they had broken up and gotten back together at least 3 times by this point. But things seemed good now, with Adept waxing nostalgic that they had returned to the arena where they met exactly 4 years later. But even with Adept by his side, the night terrors continued to get worse for Felix.
Like that
Or
at some point in our
determining
lives.
somebody's personality traits.
Those night terrors? Jesus.
And so,
Oh my god.
The constant swattings they had endured, with police breaking in and pointing guns at them, and people breaking.
She's streaming and he's having night terrors. You're having night terrors and your girlfriend, instead of comforting you, is streaming. Oh my god.
Into the Texas house looking
Oh
for
my
Felix
God.
had taken a serious toll on his psyche.
That is
Things were
dark.
starting to
That is
get
seriously
very
dark. Hey, he said it dark.
Gather around his camp and sing our camp song.
September 2022. Camp was set to be bigger and better than ever. XQC was going to be one of the main attractions, with streamer Ludwig building a set for a game show that XQC would host. But just one day before the event, XQC told his chat that he wasn't going. And watching that clip was how QT Cinderella found out. X hadn't told any of the organizers that he wouldn't be there. People online immediately attributed this to Felix's apparent gambling addiction. Maybe if QT had put a slot machine, he would have showed up. Random LSF commenters weren't the only ones coming to the same conclusion.
Felix, if you want to go into drama, let's talk about how you ditched the creator clash at the last minute to go gamble and by yourself. When the creator clash was for charity and they were all relying on you, had to change the name and everyone that was going because you ditched to go gamble.
By the
Creator Clash? He's talking about Camp, not Creator Clash, right? He was never going to fight at Creator Clash or anything. I hate your content. Thanks for the 5, bro. Yeah, huh. It's not, I think he got the name wrong. Is Mizgif evil? I've on Mizgif a little bit, but I actually don't know. Maybe he was not in the wrong with that whole Adriana Lee thing, but it seemed like he was a little bit scary. A little bit of a scumbag, but I don't know. Could be wrong. Mizgif touched me. Based.
Family more. Over the past 5-6 years of me streaming, I have really backed off on being a good family member. And I know that I wish I was better, but I'm not saying I was bad. I didn't ignore them, but I could have reached out to them more. You always can do more. But
Well, this is probably good. He's saying he's going to walk back streaming a little bit to focus more on his family. That seems good.
and I want to go home for a little bit to really see her. I know she misses me a lot, and I think this year I'm probably going to go to New York for a few months to
He almost
stream,
has a
but
unibrow.
at the same time,
I
it's
relate.
also next to my parents because they're getting older.
Well, that seems good. That seems like a good thing to do. In her defense, Night Terrors make for great content. That's true. They do make for great content.
16th, the pressure got to Felix, and he decided it was time to offer an alternative explanation.
Damn.
I was cornered into choosing
He did a
between
stream about his breakup?
family and Sammy, and
Thanks for the
unfortunately,
2,
what
Char.
happened is that
Appreciate it.
I kind of just chose family.
He went on to say that this breakup was different than the others. There was no arguing, no fighting, but something had happened between Felix's brother, his brother's girlfriend, and Sammy. Whatever this was turned out to be the last straw, and Felix and Sammy agreed it was time to end things for good this time. But Sammy was not happy that Felix had made this breakup public, because when you have 100,000 people that tune into your stream every day, a few of them are going to go over to Adept's stream after this and call her a whale, even if XQC asks them not to.
Call her a
That same
whale?
day, Felix tried to call her and explain himself.
Best.
It did not go well.
You knew that I've always wanted, when things are moving on, to move on. You know how I am. Okay? I don't cut it halfway. I have to go all the way. I don't have things above my head all fucking day.
I can't do this with you anymore. You are not a victim here. You have
you're
never
not-
been
you're
a
right.
victim
Okay.
here.
Do I get the gambling has to disappear? I have no idea. Use ad block.
I'm done speaking with you.
I'm done
You
as
are
well.
not a victim.
It's
Stop
okay.
victimizing yourself.
I'm sorry. This got too heavy. I'm sorry. Bye. Cheers.
Despite XQC's stream turning into Jerry Springer for Zoomers, Felix's fans still had his back.
I will do more chain smoking in the car videos. Yo, what's up, Wendigoon? Hey! Leave me alone.
For the most part, with one saying, "I really hope that this doesn't make his sleep issues worse. Sammy was there for him quite a bit, so I hope he doesn't spiral out." At first, it seemed like that was the end of it. But in early November, Adept started dropping hints that there was much, much more going on behind the scenes.
What? So how does a vehicle registration work? How does vehicle registration work? You've never bought a car in your life. How does vehicle registration work? Yeah, exactly. Thank you. There are adults in the chat telling you the answers that you need to know right there.
Just a couple weeks later, Adept posted this image on her Instagram story. Either she had just become the most overpaid florist of all time and was making a delivery, or she was using Felix's McLaren to go on.
Is she saying that she registered the car and it was in her name? Did she take the car that he bought because he couldn't register it because he didn't have a license in the US?
On dates. And the date definitely wasn't with him, since he was playing GTA at the time and reacted to this picture live on stream.
Whoa!
Just a couple months later in January 2023, something would happen on XQC's stream that would live in internet history forever.
$10 promise, $2.
Chat, we forgot. Oh my god, we forgot.
Thank you for becoming a member, Elizabeth. Is that her at the door? Or is it the cops? It's probably her. It was her. But didn't he buy the car? Why is she just taking it out of complete spite? She's taking his car?
Sign your name on it. Get out now. No, I need you to change it.
Shh. You're violating. Oh my god, shut up! My god!
This clip immediately blew up on Reddit, with one thread getting nearly 11,000 upvotes and thousands of comments speculating on what was going on.
When your ex-girlfriend is such a nightmare, when your ex-girlfriend won't give you back your $300,000 supercar, that's so crazy.
Titles and transcripts. This clip was already in the lead for the most parasocial moment of 2023, and the year was only...
I've seen some people suggest that she's saying car, not card. If one of XQC's cars requires a password, doesn't that make sense? And she also said that Sabrina is stranded at some point. Edit, I've changed car to car since I feel like that's more likely. Adept, the next time I am back, I will call the police. You're violating the court order. I have full authority to the car. I have full authority to the car based off the court order that we agreed upon. You signed your name on it. Can you please get out now? No, I need you to change the account back now because you locked me out of the account for the car that I have full authority to. It's his car, though. I removed the car and I will fix it for you. Stop lying. I have the password, both agreed. But it's his car. Why is she trying to take his? It's his vehicle. So this is like first evil thing she's done. Steal his McLaren.
Only a week old. But to these people's credit, this whole
Or you
saga
give back a
had been brought-
$300,000 car? It's not just give it back though. It's his. He bought it. I think he bought it, and she just had the registration, which I guess that means technically it's hers, but it is his. It is his car. She can just drive whatever. She has money. She can drive a nice car. She's a famous streamer.
Cast live for months. Why stop watching the show when it's heating up to new levels of crazy? The most interesting part of this was that Adept had mentioned a court order, and if there really was a court order, that meant that they had gone to court against each other at some point. Why would they do that? Within a couple of hours, people online had found public court records showing that Adept had filed something against XQC. She even had a restraining order against him. The most bizarre thing was, this filing was a request for a divorce. Filed the same day Adept posted the picture of the flowers in the McLaren. Had they been secretly married this whole time?
I am not married. I was never married. Is a restraining order, in the grand scheme of things, is not always what you think it is. Okay? In a case like that, it's extremely common that it comes with it.
Within a day, big YouTubers and streamers were all talking about this divorce case. Destiny pulled the public court records and started going through them on stream. It turned out that Felix and Sammy had never been formally married, but Sammy was claiming that they had been common law married. Common law marriage is something that 8 states in the United States have, and in Texas, where Adept and XQC live together, the couple asked to...
Common law marriage. My state doesn't recognize it. That's good. Common law marriage by state. Common law marriage is allowed in a minority of states. A common law marriage is a legally recognized marriage where two people have not purchased a marriage license or had their marriage solemnized by a ceremony. Not all states have statutes addressing common law marriage. Common law marriage, also known as non-ceremonial marriage, informal marriage, de facto marriage, or marriage by habit and repute, is a legal marriage despite non-compliance with the requirements for a statutory marriage, or at least in the jurisdictions where marriage can still be contracted this way. The original concept of a common law marriage is one considered valid by both partners but not formally recorded with a state or religious registry, nor celebrated in a formal civil or religious service. In fact, the act of the couple representing themselves to others as being married and organizing the relation if they were married means they are married. It started in ancient Greece and Rome. In ancient Greece and Rome, marriages were private agreements between individuals and estates. Community recognition of a marriage is largely what qualified it as a marriage, because back then there was no formal thing. The state only had limited interest in assessing the legitimacy of marriages. Well, I mean, whereas now marriage is a legally binding thing where if you divorce, she gets half your money, and you also pay taxes together and you get tax deductions if you're married. Interesting. Go on Review Tech USA stream sometime and talk about DSP. Will be a dope collab. Thanks for the 5. I mean, if he wants me, if he messages me about it, sure.
To agree to be married, live together in Texas as husband.
I've always heard the term common law marriage, and I never actually looked it up to see what it was all about, but that's interesting. Very interesting.
Wife and represent to others that they were married.
What Adept is trying to do is she's trying to make the argument that her and XQC probably met the requirements or should have met the requirements for common law marriage. So she's trying to file for a divorce now because when she gets divorced from XQC,
she gets the money, right?
She's going to be entitled to some of his assets that were accumulated during the duration of the
Ooh.
marriage. That's what she's trying to do. Gold digging. Unironically.
It became immediately clear that the stakes for this divorce case were immense.
Wait, so she's trying to take his money. I always hear horror stories about this from red pill dudes, and I always think it's a joke. Or not a joke, but I think it's not that serious. They're I can take everything from you. I'm MGTOW now. I'm going my own way. But it's actually it's straight up real. That is evil.
High. The house, the cars, the millions of dollars in crypto and other assets were all at stake.
Because people don't know, this is the biggest common law marriage case the world has ever seen.
Henry Resilient? Isn't this the guy who... Henry Resilient. Isn't this the guy who just did a video about Destiny or something? 30K subs. Yeah, he did a video where he went over...
If I put out a claim...
Destiny destroys Melina and Memetics and with logs.
Nobody wants to contradict it, then I'm pretty sure my claim is true. If I put out a claim...
Yeah, this was the guy who he did not a collab, but he got an interview. Destiny lied about Memetics. Destiny exposes Melina and Memetics with receipts. But I thought this guy was fully taking Destiny's side at the time.
Other guys go through it. Some people hurt this person who did it. They hurt the others involved. But I don't think that's going to happen. The only thing that has been happening is Destiny went from
maybe I'm too Destiny brand, but I don't really like that guy.
I got the court documents for now.
This is where a YouTuber called Henry Resilient comes in. If it weren't for Henry, most of the details about this case would be unknown to the public. He's a former investigator who got legal, legitimate copies of the court proceedings between XQC and Adept, and he's consistently been one of the first people to break news on this story. A link to Henry's channel is in the description right below the contractually obligated bit. Sorry, Henry, I gotta pay bills too. But make sure you guys hit subscribe, show him some love, because I got the very special opportunity to interview him for this video.
So why did you hit me up, Jabroni?
As soon as I started researching this, you just kept popping up over and over and over. I'm like, okay, this is the subject matter expert, so I got to talk to the subject matter expert, right? And honestly, stepping back, looking at the whole timeline, this case is crazy. It's nuts.
I've been trying to tell people this is the biggest common law divorce, craziest case known to man, and for the likes of me, no one will cover it.
In January, right when...
It's probably the most money. When he says biggest, it probably is the most money because XQC is worth $200 million, something stupid like that. So it probably, the amount of money she was asking for, it probably is the biggest monetary common law dispute of all time.
This news broke. Henry showed the affidavit where Adept asked for a temporary restraining order. Adept said she had been harassed and is afraid of further harassment, and therefore...
Tom, have you seen this schizo who comments on your videos whose diet is 100% scented candles and nuts? Yes, and I'll be doing a video about him soon. Yes, I have seen that. That was, for those who don't know, you can actually see one of his comments at one of my community posts, and then it blew up on Twitter. Someone posted it on Twitter. I am infertile from eating scented candles. Yeah, I'm going to cover him at some point.
Asks the court to issue a restraining order to bar XQC from speaking about the litigation until a full hearing can be held. She also told the court that they had been married since August of 2020. During that visit to see XQC in Canada, she had told immigration authorities that they were married because Canada wasn't allowing visitors into the country who were unmarried.
So she lied.
She also says they've been living together in Texas since then and have presented themselves as married to friends and family. She also says that fans started doxing, harassing, and swatting them after they made their relationship public. In Henry's analysis of this affidavit, he asserts that Adept included this information in the lawsuit so she can sue him for money to cover the cost of armed security, therapy, and any other costs that could be associated with this. She even takes it a step further and tells the judge that she expects Felix to dox her and encourage his fans to harass and
What? That's completely... He's never done anything even close to that. Why would you even claim that? Obviously, you're going to get it thrown out. You dummy. You absolute dummy. Dummy. Dum 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 dum. My name's Adept and I'm a dum 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 dum. Idiot. God damn. The idea that XQC would dox and harass anyone, I mean, not even just apart from the fact that it like would ruin his life because he get kicked off of any even kick, they would kick him off kick for that. But you think he would do that? This doesn't even seem in character. As much of a like content scumbag as he is to dox his wife, would that end well?
Physically harm her and her family. The temporary restraining order was granted after this was filed, and XQC wasn't allowed to discuss any of this on stream. Adept had gone on to file an amended motion where she requests that Felix pay her attorney fees, give her sole possession of XQC's BMW and
BMW X6M? Isn't that the like the weird swoopy crossover? X6M. Yeah, this thing. It's kind of a cool car actually. That's kind of a dope car. How much does that car cost? BMW X6M MSRP. It's the M, so it's the fast one. 128. Oh my god. Wait, how much horsepower is that? Is it like M3 horsepower? 523. 617 on the new one? V8. Oh my god, that's hot. I'm gonna come. I'm actually gonna come from that. Oh my god. Hold on. X6M. I want to hear X6M stock exhaust. Let's hear this thing rip. Ooh, oh my god. I'm gonna fart and poop. Whoa. Wow. That's, oh my god, I want that car. I'm so jealous. Whoa.
Tesla, prevent XQC from using the McLaren, prevent him from gambling, buying or wearing expensive clothes, and she asks the court to take $500,000 from him.
Wow!
To her if he violates the temporary restraining order.
Stop having fun.
I'm surprised she didn't ask for more, honestly.
Not long after, Adept and her lawyers filed a list of violations with the court, claiming that XQC had broken the restraining order and should be made to pay up. There's just one problem with this list of violations. It's chock full of lies. She tells
Bro loves cars a little too much. That's true. That'll be the downfall. That car will be the downfall of us. Oh, dude, it will. It actually will.
The judge in this document that XQC leaked Destiny the court documents when Destiny had actually gotten them legally as they were public documents. She also says that XQC streamed their argument on the 7th without her knowledge or consent. I'm pretty sure she just blatantly lied in that first list of violations. Like, she's
no way.
And I know lie is a strong word. Lie is a strong word, right? But I'm pretty sure she says that without her knowledge or consent, he allowed.
Okay, the cool thing about the X6M is that it probably handles like a normal 3 Series. Like it probably has good handling on the road. You can like toss into corners and stuff, do donuts. But it also is like a family-sized passenger SUV that you can store a bunch of stuff in. It has a big, nice trunk. So that okay. Listen, I'm gonna stop talking about it. But obviously, there's good things about it. Okay. Much like I like the RSQ6 or whatever or is it RSQ7, the thing that Audi makes? You know what I'm talking about? It's like RSQ8. No, this is the big one. Is there an RSQ5? Oh, and they never made it. Oh, SQ. At least they have the SQ5. Yeah, this one is. Whoa. Yes, please. Sí, papi, please. Por favor. Yo necesito to Audi SQ5 Sportback. C. I would ejaculate all over that car.
Her argument to be live streamed, and I'm talking about that January 7th
the one I was just playing.
Allowing the discussion of pending litigation online. But she had actually typed in his chat 2 times before she started banging on the door.
Yes.
So Is there no like repercussion for just saying whatever? Like that's a lie.
In family court, there's no repercussion. In criminal court, there's a thing called perjury. In family court, perjury really doesn't exist. But what she's been doing is trying to ensnare him in the family court system with a violation to find him in contempt. If I can get $1 million from entrapping you and violating this court order, it's worth it, right? It's worth it.
Just a few weeks after all these court documents came to light, on January 20th, the police were called to XQC's house in Texas. Once again, we have to thank Henry for getting a snippet of the police report and posting it on his YouTube. According to the police report, Sammy...
You might actually be able to get like arrest or dash cam footage from that if you look hard enough. Shout out, Secret Turkey Town lawyer.
Her mother were in XQC's house without his permission. Apparently, Felix told the police that they were stealing his stuff because the reason for the report is a burglary.
I'm actually doing a video soon going over court documents from Illuminati's case because I managed to get literally all of them that I don't think anybody's gone over. So I'll be going over her defamation case and all of her other court stuff as well as her debt because she's in debt and has a bad credit score, which is crazy for a multimillionaire.
Progress. Sammy told the police that they were married, and Felix told them that they had only been dating for about 6 months. Back in court, Felix's lawyers were arguing that they were never married. They asked the judge to come to a conclusion about whether they were ever married before trying to split up any of the assets like Adept's lawyers were requesting.
Ex-Samantha is heavy set.
Just got notched up high.
Chunker! Big chungus.
To the finances and his gambling, it's going to hurt him. It's going to hurt sponsors. It's going to be bad, and he should just settle. In my opinion, hey, bust her down for the McLaren, but she knows that if she goes for more, she can get it.
At the end of May, XQC had decided...
Yeah, I mean, in a situation like that where you have the money he has, maybe it's worth it to just take she's trying to take $300 for the McLaren plus the XM, which is like $130,000 plus $500K. I mean, it's like $1 million hit, but to him, that's not that big of a deal. But out of principle, I think he probably just doesn't want to do it at some point. As we saw in that clip earlier on, he said he was just going to settle, but now he wanted justice.
To move back into his Texas house. But when he asked a friend to go over and make sure it was ready for him to stream in, what they found was pretty surprising.
This is my brother. It's dark. There's no power, no water, no internet. Okay.
Just 2 days later, a clip from Adept's stream went viral.
I've been trying to tell the truth for a long time. This is my wedding ring. That's a truthful statement. I didn't purchase it for myself. That's a truthful statement. This wedding ring was purchased on May 8th.
Why the vindictiveness and the need to take his money, though? If you're a successful streamer outside of that, why do you need to just be vindictive and take his money and constantly talk about him on stream and be a crazy person?
We said, right?
Even if you were married, you didn't have kids, you don't need his money.
I didn't buy it. That's a truthful
Make your own
statement.
money.
I've been married for 3 years. That's a truthful statement. I got a phone call on May 15th. I got a phone call. I didn't call nobody. I didn't beg nobody to call me.
Now, it's pretty tempting to write off everything Adept says in this clip because she claims that she's been married for 3 years as a fact, when in reality, she had been fighting in court for 7 months to prove it. So it's not exactly a proven fact. But if you stop and think for a second, maybe there are some little hints of truth about what's been going on behind the scenes in what she's saying. And one of those things is the ring. If we consider the possibility that she didn't actually buy it for herself, where did that thing come from? A week later, Felix posted a cryptic video where he shows a tour of his entire Texas house room by room. He doesn't explain why, but the end of the video revealed a lot.
She's there?
Thank you for helping out.
Wait, they kicked him out of his house?
The police were waiting outside the house, along with Sammy and possibly Sammy's mom. But were the police escorting Felix out of his own house? Were they escorting Sammy out of the house? Or something else? The next day on Twitter, fans were speculating about the ring and the reason XQC and Adept were staying in the same house. Felix replied to a tweet and said that cars were going around the house and that he got a call.
She averages like 100 viewers? I mean, she probably averages 100 viewers after all this drama. She was a streamer before him, no? Adept Twitch viewership stats. Or she's not on Twitch anymore. She might be on something else. Adept the best. Average viewers 1,000. Oh, this is her Twitch. Past 30 days. Average viewers 1,000. Ooh. She's lost followers. Her peak viewers is not even 2,000. Damn. Well, that's probably karmic justice if you've asked me.
Presumably from Sammy, pleading for him to be there for safety. He says
there's a reason everything's being posted in such cryptic ways. Cars were going around the house. Neighbors told me. Then I got a call pleading for me to be there for safety. I caved in and slept in my own bed. Pics taken while I'm still sleeping. Fun times.
Pictures were taken off his phone while he was asleep. Do you think that incident where he went there and she was there and they spent the night in the house together, do you think that like muddied the waters of this whole trial?
No, because they're arguing marriage. Just because he went over there to have sex with her, it doesn't mean that they were married. But what?
Wait, he her during that. He could have gotten any he wanted and he banged her while she's trying to take all his money. Maybe that was like some 5D chess thing where he was trying to like manipulate her, like, oh, I love you, baby. Just drop the files, we'll be together again, and then he just dips. That's kind of based, but I don't know if that's actually what happened.
It happened after
that's just
that
my
was the
5D
whole
chess
false
manipulative
allegation
evil brain thinking about
of
what I would do.
assault.
Completely unknown to the public at the time, Adept had called the police and accused Felix of sexual assault. Now, on top of losing half of everything he owned, he was at risk of going to prison and being put on the sex offenders registry. There was also a temporary protective order issued against him, which is something usually only issued against violent or potentially dangerous offenders. Felix could now go to jail just for being around Sammy or saying the wrong thing about the case to the wrong person. Just a couple days after this police report was filed, XQC went to check his mail.
There was a letter that demanded an extremely sizable financial settlement, and these things wouldn't get out there. Very sizable amounts. And
so when he says sizable, probably above the cars plus the 500, so probably millions she was asking for. Damn.
It basically
Damn.
I saw that, and in front of me with these two things happening, well, I had to make an adult decision. And the adult decision that I made is that I wouldn't budge on any of it. And I wasn't gonna buy my way out of anything.
Fuck her, dude. Get her ass.
I wasn't gonna give in to evil.
Get her ass and take it all.
And I wasn't gonna just let the waves wash over me.
Dude, I hope women like this, or just, and not even just women, guys do this too sometimes, I bet, but usually the woman probably in this particular scenario. I hope their entire bloodline gets impoverished forever.
After Felix denied the multi-million-dollar settlement demand, Adept and her lawyers kept pushing the court to make the protective order permanent.
When going home, the Border Patrol agent were like, hey man, you have a protective order against you in the state of Texas. What about it? I had to sit there in line at the airport and explain it, and I felt like I was treated like a criminal.
Felix also revealed that one of the nights they had spent together, he had passed out, and while he was passed out, Adept took his phone and over 700
This video is making me feel so bad for XQC. Now I actually kind of like him. Now I like him. Damn.
pictures of text
Good
messages,
video, Jabroni.
Discord
You did a really good job,
conversations,
man.
and all kinds of logs that he had on his phone with other people. Adept started to slowly leak some of these pictures, including one where she claims XQC paid one of his head mods to sleep with him. XQC's response was that he paid her flight and expenses to come visit him.
Wait, preaching about life choices when you chose to pay your mod thousands to f you? Sidegate, just flick the notch and push. I'm trying to make sure no one thinks you're burglarizing. Wait, so he paid one of his mods to f him, not her? Or he just flew her out?
That one of the nights they had spent together, he had passed out. And while he was passed out, Adept took his phone and over 700 pictures of text messages, Discord conversations, and all kinds of logs that he had on his phone with other people. Adept started to slowly leak some of these pictures, including one where she claims XQC paid one of his head mods to sleep with him.
Okay, paid one of your... Even if he had paid her, I don't really care, but he just flew her out, right? He's not really paying her for sex.
XQC's response was that he paid her flight and expenses to come visit him and watch him while he was sleeping, since he was still having night terrors and choking in his sleep.
Yeah, and probably because he's afraid that this insane person, this insane little piggy named Sammy is going to take his text messages in the middle of the night and all of his money. Oh my God. What a nightmare, man. I'm trying not to get red pill during this reaction, but you can't get into a situation like this as a successful man. You can't. You can't.
Adept went on stream and questioned why Felix couldn't just have a family member do this for him.
Oh, if you're worrying about your health, just call your family. Well, I couldn't do that anymore. I wonder why that happened. I wonder at the time why I couldn't call family. I wonder. Well, maybe because your made a massive drama that split me and my family apart entirely. It's almost like I had nobody at the time.
She went manipulative.
Felix's family, while supportive, were aware that he had a sexual assault case open against him.
Oh my God. Wait, so she claimed that she was assaulted to his family to get them to turn against him, or they just saw the court records. Oh, that's dark.
Nothing's going to cool relations at the family dinner table faster than being under investigation or being a monster. In the heat of the summer, while all this was going on, Felix had finally revealed why he says all of this started.
I kept waking up and like injuring myself, and I felt like I was gonna die soon. I felt like I wasn't gonna live very long. And then I got like people to organize everything, like investments, and get all my papers in order and get a will. Answer all the questions normally. And then one of them was like, oh, what's your like status? And then it's like, well, it's like single, you know? Like if I die, like, okay, well, might well go to like, you know, family like that. And then after that, things just kind of like started like blowing the fuck up.
Felix says after this, his relationship with Sammy spiraled out of control, and she filed for a common law divorce against him. He said that ever since the will had been drafted, he had been trying to make as much money as possible so that in the event he dies, his family will be taken care of. To that end, Felix signed a $100 million deal with Kick, and it wasn't even exclusive. He could still stream on Twitch and keep making money.
This is all going on during that?
Oh my God. He could stack money for his parents and brother. At the end of August, Henry was searching for the SA police report. He knew it was out there and was getting closer. The police denied his request, but their response told him everything he needed to know.
It is information and internal records of a law enforcement agency relating to a closed criminal investigation that ended in a result other than a conviction or deferred adjudication.
The criminal case against XQC had been dropped.
After months of
Let's
sitting
go.
dark, I actually had something or somebody tell me and validate that my brain was rooted in reality.
Once the criminal case was over, only the massive divorce remained.
I've used that stock footage before. Shout out Storyblocks.
An untold amount of money was on the line. The final hearing was supposed to happen very soon, and it was at this point that one of the parties in the case asked for something very strange. Somebody asked for a jury trial.
Adept did, because the lawyer, she asked for the jury trial because the judge was giving her no play. She denied her alimony. She denied lawyer fees. She denied the $500,000 bond. The judge was not buying for 1 second that they were married. But because we're in America, we have to go through this judicial system. Even if I say, no, Jabroni hit me and I'm suing him for assault. And here's the lawsuit. And now Jabroni got to get a lawyer and prove that he didn't hit me.
She just had a huge fight with his brother's GF. Is that true? Can I find this? Adept fights XQC's brother. XQC recalls his fight with Adept on stream. XQC and Adept full breakup VOD. Oh, this is when they were playing GTA or COD or whatever.
Guys, I got a couple good ones, right?
Damn, dark.
You think they could kind of see the writing on the wall and they say, you know what?
100%.
We're going to the jury. We're going to get you crying on the witness stand.
Because think about this. This has been going on since she filed in November of 2022. And from November 2022, at any point in time, she could have requested a jury trial. She waited until literally after the denial of everything, right before they're supposed to have their trial between, the trial in front of the judge, to request a jury trial.
The same judge that was hearing the divorce proceedings had heard the SA case, and she didn't like it. XQC was found to be a credible witness, and Adept and her legal team could feel that things weren't exactly going their way.
Look at my lawyer, dog. I'm going to jail.
But if Adept was losing right in the courts, she was going to make one last effort to win in the court of public opinion. On the night of October 3rd, she went on Twitch to do just that.
Why are they so hard to find? It's because I'm so crazy and I have so many screenshots. Over 700.
You are
Baby
insane.
girl, you want to add the numbers up? It's over 15. It's like over 2,000. You guys act like I said, that I'm not in a war. You guys act like I'm not at war.
Tons of streamers and content creators tuned into this stream, and it pulled over 4,000 concurrent viewers.
Like, even still, you guys have no idea how truly on and off things were in the last year.
I believe
You really don't know.
He was blowing her back out.
Adept then spent the rest of the stream reading messages that she had stolen from XQC's phone.
That was a silly decision on XQC's part.
Picking out the particularly juicy parts in an attempt to make him look as bad as possible. She also leaked several people's real names that weren't public before. She spent a lot of time calling girls that Felix had been messaging.
Isn't it so funny that she accused him of doxing and then she did it on stream? She was like, he's gonna dox me and get me harassed and swatted, and then she literally did it on live
dating over the
stream.
last year pick-me's, and she hints to having more messages that she can release if certain people make her mad. And then
Most 700 screenshots, bro. You know what that reminds me of? This video, legendary.
Just please swing at me. If you're gonna swing at me, dude. Let me know, because I got a
Files on top of files to swing back at. Let's play it again.
Just please swing at me. If you're gonna swing at me, dude. Let me know, because I got files on top of files to swing back at.
Goat. The goat.
Yeah, Twitch.
The goat.
See, the reason why I kept playing this on earlier, because
what happened? Let's hit a refresh.
Damn. Did she get banned for the doxing?
The next day, XQC posted a video called "She Went Too Far and Got Banned." That's where a lot of the clips I've used so far came from. Since he was under orders from the court not to talk about a lot of these things, for a long time he didn't. But now it was like a massive weight had been lifted from his shoulders.
And a lot of evil was shown, and a lot of terrible things were said and done. I sat there, and I was asked that question multiple times. Do you want peace or do you want justice? And over again, I answered, I want peace. Now, where I'm at, I was asked, do you want peace or justice? I said, I want justice. I want justice now.
Then on December 4th, XQC had told his chat that he got a very unexpected text message.
I thought I'd never said a day, to be honest. But
just
I was on stream
on
and
myself.
I got text message.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. It's fine. It'll dry. It'll dry.
On the computer, to call and confirm it was true or not and get an explanation. They just gave me the news that I was no longer in any significant legal battle, and it's all over.
After a year in court, it was finally over. The criminal case, the allegations, the leaked messages, the looming dread of not being able to speak about this, and the fear of going to jail or losing his empire, gone. Felix outlived the Overwatch League, survived countless swattings and police raids, and came out on top. And while it wasn't exactly a clean break, with Felix immediately trying to get back with Adept and then admitting he's an idiot, and the car ownership thing is still being worked out, it seems like the whole thing changed Felix in a pretty big way. When this started, he was someone who might have been more willing to settle, buy his way out of hard situations, and just want things to be easy in general. But it seems like this changed him, at least a little bit, into someone who wants justice. And that is one thing money can't buy. Just want to say thanks one more time to Henry Resilient. I couldn't have done this without him. Make sure you check out his channel link in the description. If you like this video, you'll probably like my video I made a while back about the rise.
True. All right, I'm gonna piss and then we'll do the conclusion. Oh my god. Damn. Okay, listen, guys. Listen, I'm not one of these red pill content creators. I don't really like those guys. I don't really like Sneeko or Tate has his moments, but I'm not like a Tate head. But major but for the young men out there, These women exist. They do exist. And if you allow them to ruin your life, they will ruin your life 1,000% of the time, especially if you're successful, rich, young, Sigma, quirked up white boy like XQC. They will try to ruin it and take everything. So be careful, protect yourself. Don't expose yourself to liability. Don't fall asleep after you f them so they can screenshot all your stuff. Don't f them while you're going through divorce either. Okay. Have your on lock. Be careful. Don't allow her to register your car in her name. There are things you can do to avoid this. Okay. There are steps along the way XQC could have done to mitigate it. I'm not saying he deserved it, and I'm glad he won in the end, but there are little steps he could have taken to mitigate this. Okay. It can be okay. It can be okay. But just like, be careful, be safe out there. Be safe. Young guys, I'm so serious. And when you sense that a woman is like this, I mean, if you're a woman, there are guys like this too, but if you sense that a woman is this like BPD, possessive, crazy person, get out, get out, get out, get out, get out, get out, get out. Especially the vindictive ones, okay? I know beautiful princess disorder. You want it. Just be careful. I'm just saying be careful. And I'm not the perfect person for relationship advice. I'm probably not a good person actually to ask, but just be careful. Also, try not to do a ton of content with your girl. Probably that doesn't seem to end that well. Even if you think, oh, but we could never have those problems. You never know. You never know when things are going to change. Be careful. Be careful, bro. Be careful. And be sure to become a member. For $5 a month, they get the members only podcasts and exclusive videos that only members get. Thanks so much for your support.